y'all, welcome back. I'm starting a new panning project because I need some sort of external accountability to get things done. And if I keep looking down, it's because I have a bunch of yarn that's like all over the place, including on my bed, kinda. Anyway, so the goal is 28 by my 28th birthday next year. One thing I learned is that I need to start a little bit earlier if I want to even attempt to finish more than 20 items. But yeah, so books, makeup, and yarn projects. Rolling, still have 15 in the cycle. Pretty much everything that I'm trying to work on is up for grabs, including almost all of my books. Most of my yarn has some sort of numerical project attached to it, and there are some, I'm including eyeshadow palettes, but each pan of eyeshadow is one number. So it'll be rolling and randomized. Once I start replacing things, it'll be randomized. So, I'm starting with 6 makeup and skincare items. Just as I grab them is the Sunday Riley UFO oil sample. This was in one of those also like spend however much and get like a bunch of skincare. So this is the Ultra Clarifying Acne Treatment Face Oil, and that silver line right there. Are you gonna focus? There we go. That silver line is where I am starting. I'm hoping that'll be the first to go. It's not bad, but it's not good. I'm glad I didn't spend $80 on just that, as I would have had I purchased the full size. Anyway, y'all have seen this one before. This is the Milk Makeup blush stick in the shade Work. This was the Sephora free gift last year. Right now this is at 34.5 grams. We'll see how far I get on that. You've seen this one before as well. This is Makeup Geek Americano. And this is right exactly 9 grams. This will probably take the entire time, given how long it took to use up all the other eyeshadows. This will probably take a long time because it's mostly just an eyeliner outer V situation. I won't be using a whole ton of product in one go with this. So that's that. And then an eyeshadow that will most likely go much faster because it has almost the opposite effect, ColourPop Lush. This is slightly darker and slightly pinker than what I would, or not pinker, slightly more of a purpley-ish tone, kind of a taupe. I was aiming for this to be skin tone, and it is slightly off from skin tone for me is the point. But I usually use it to set eye primer and sort of inner third. I use a lot of this sort of shade, so that'll probably go quickly. And so that's 9.66 grams. And I have 2 lipsticks, the 2 smallest and the 2 oldest lipsticks I currently have. This is ColourPop Ellery, which I don't know if they sell anymore, but it's right now one of my favorite kind of dark, slightly off from berry shades. So that's this, and this is 20.55 grams, and then is Fenty Thick. This is the Mademoiselle, the matte lipsticks that are now on sale at Sephora. But I thought this was going to be, it's what I'm wearing right now. I thought it was going to be a good sort of replacement nude. And then for Milani Plum Rose. And then spoiler alert, I bought myself a new stick of Milani Plum Rose recently. And oh my god, that suits so much better. Not that this isn't good, because it is very good, it's just I shouldn't have strayed from something that I knew was great. So the formula, if you can pick it up, the formula for the Fenty is very good if you're looking for some matte lipsticks. I just should not have strayed from my holy grail, is the point. So that's the makeup. We're gonna move on to the books, and we're starting from 0 on 4 out of 5 of these. So Black Patriots and Loyalists, I am still on page 78 on this, but I want to finish this in the next couple of months because it's an interesting book if I actually put my brain to reading it. And then are some of the shortest books in my collection, because we all know how slowly I read things that aren't audiobooks now. So this is The Great Gatsby, which I've read before and kind of want to read again. Northanger Abbey, similar situation, but it's set Gothic satire. Like there's this one instance where it's like thunder claps and lightning strikes, and oh, there's this strange thing under the cabinet or whatever, and thunder claps and lightning strikes, this whole storm, she looks under, she brings it out, it's someone's shopping list. But it's like, it's parody Gothic, or almost parody Gothic. It's great. So I'm rereading that, and then Gothic, Haunting of Hill House. I was assigned both of these books in a Gothic literature class, and I didn't actually finish either of them. So I'm doing that now. But Haunting of Hill House is written by Shirley Jackson, who also wrote The Lottery, which got into my head. So that's that, and looking to finish that in the next couple months as well. And then this one I've had since for a long time, and I keep wanting to finish it, and now's the time. So this is The Pope Who Quit, the true medieval tale of mystery, death, and salvation. Because there's the Pope who quit just before the current Pope, but he was the second, maybe third one in history, second one in history. So this is the tale of the first one in history who quit. His name was Peter Marone, hermit, founder of a religious order, and depending on whom you talk to, a reformer, an instigator, a prophet, a coward, or a saint, and possibly the victim of murder. Yeah, it seems cool. Stroke of fate would practically overnight transform this humble servant of God into the most powerful man in the Catholic Church. But it's in like the 13th, 14th century, so it's wild. Half a year later, Celestine V would become the only Holy Father in history to abdicate the chair of St. Peter. Yeah, because he was only there for like 6-8 months or something like that. 6 months. It just said 6 months. But John M. Sweeney, Pope Who Quit, recommend. So that's the books, and now for the yarn projects. One of which is a rollover, and that's this Equatorial Nights shawl, or scarf, because the shawls are the big ones. And I'm still on round 28, which is a little less than halfway through, I think, about halfway through. So that's that, and then the other 3 I'm not going for any sort of pattern for, so I don't know how long it's going to take. So next up is this yellow worsted weight scarf. I had some extra yarn for leftover from a project, like I ordered 2 skeins and I really only needed like 2/3 of one. And some of my yarn is still stuck over on the bed. So yeah, so this is a scarf. I want to make it long, real long. Right now it's not that, but when it's done, I'll probably want to put it on Etsy. And another thing that I'm definitely going to put on Etsy as sort of a continuation of my Frankenstein cowl scarf theme is this one. This will probably be like the Frankenstein one, or the creature one. This is also a broken rib. And so I refer to this one as Rainbow Graffiti because that's what the yarn was called. It was from Christmas. I'm also working in a little bit of other yarn as as well, just to make sure I like actually use things up. So that's that. And finally, in the ilk of using things up and will probably take a million years and don't know when it's actually going to end, is this. So this is a blanket that's been on the hook for forever. This is a crocheting project, and what you see here is like all of the sort of 2/3, 1/3 skein and a half of yarn that didn't get used for one reason or another, and I can't think of a project for. So it's going into a ginormous blanket. And so it's a lot of like old acrylic worsteds and like a couple of new-ish things that I got in maybe high school, early college, and didn't have the budget for nicer things. But now that I do have the budget for nicer things and am buying things intentionally for projects instead of just buying them willy-nilly, there's a lot of the willy-nilly yarn that does not have any place to go, so it's going to go in here. And that's my intro for however many things I can finish by my 28th birthday. I'm calling it 28 by 28 because that's got a ring to it, but you know, it is what it is. I will hopefully finish lots of things. But that's my intro, and I'll see y'all in my update. Bye!